What up, bitches? It's the misanthropic one, aka He Who Hungers, and I'm back up in this bitch for another rant/review. Today I want to talk about Genghis Khan's latest album titled Her Absence Is My Antichrist. I have no album, no physical album, because this is a digital album, and I kind of gotta get at you, Genghis Khan, for this, because you did say that this was gonna get the physical treatment this time, and you know how I feel about that. I'm a big collector, but I understand, you know, maybe money's tight or whatever the case may be. You just had to put the project out. Genghis Khan, I've talked about him before. This is his follow-up to his album The Broken Love, which I did a review on previously. Go check it out. Genghis Khan, I've talked about him, obviously. Dope fucking MC, definitely a unique MC that more of y'all need to get on. And he's back with this new album. He's been at work on this album for a few years now, a couple years, and you know, this shit is a work of art. I kind of feel like it's not fair to a lot of you, because he actually sent me the demo version of this album. He sent it to me, I want to say, shit, maybe 2000, I think it's late 2014. I don't remember. I know it's been over a year. Let's just put it like that. And I think it's, yeah, well over a year. And I was fucking going bananas off of this shit, you know, and this was a demo version where he wasn't ready to release it yet, and yeah, this shit, I couldn't wait for the rest of the world to hear this shit, and here it is, it's out. Sorry, Genghis Khan, I know that you wanted me to review it earlier, but I've been backed up with other CDs and other rants I had to do that were in queue, so here it is, late, but better late than never, let's put it like that. Yeah, so we'll get right into it. I had to put my info down on post-its over here, so if you see me looking over here, it's because I'm looking at my laptop, and I got a couple of post-its here, okay? Production on this album, let's give the credits out. You have Stig Larsson, you have Junior Macno, Plague Plenty, Schematics, Vito Mega. Shout out to my man Vito Mega. Where's my fucking t-shirt at, bitch? You got Stradivarius, Appetite. You got JM Productions, GS Advance, Level 13, Unknown Instrumentals. And a lot of these tracks are co-produced by the Gemini Lounge. Genghis Khan is one half of the Gemini Lounge. It's a production duo, him and John Jackson. And John Jackson also does the last track, which is a remix of a song called Larva. I will get into production in the meat and potatoes of the shit, okay? Features on this bitch. You have Chris Carbine, who's on here a couple times. Spit Gems, Unconscious Rascal, who's on here a few times. Daily Planet, Dirt the General, and Indrid Cold from Society of Invisible. Shout out to my nigga Indrid Cold. Features on here do their thing, not too overbearing. You got, I believe, 19 tracks. Hang on, let me get onto the Bandcamp for a minute. Excuse me, 17 tracks, sorry. 17 tracks on here. Get a shitload of tracks on here, dope rhymes. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of this shit. The thing about Genghis Khan that I like, and I think I mentioned this before, he's very unique in the sense of his style. I think I said this in the last video I did. He reminds me of like a Trent Reznor of hip hop, as far as his ambiance and his whole style. Very dark. I don't want to say emotional, but he's very vivid with his imagery. Very poetic. His topics range from love, I guess death, being despondent, very I don't want to say gory, but graphic with his rhymes sometimes. Let's put it this way: if Trent Reznor and I don't know what other MC to really compare him to, he's just his own. He's in his own lane. No one's doing what fucking Genghis Khan is doing, and that's why I appreciate him so much. You know, what I take about this album, what I really love is, by the time I got to, I believe it was track 10, Impurity, yo, this album to me, I guess you could consider his whole discography this, but this album in particular, it kind of reminded me of like what I would use for a horror movie. If I wanted to make it hip-hop based, I would use this as the soundtrack. Especially when I got to track 10, Impurity, I was like, yeah, this is what this fucking album fucking is. The intro alone, the embryo, track 1, that shit is so goddamn creepy. I remember the first time I heard that shit, shit is fucking, shit just creeps me out every time I hear it. You gotta break that one down for me, Genghis Khan. If you have the chance or the time, break that shit down for me. What was going through your head at the time with that shit. Yeah, there's a bunch of, I mean, I fucking enjoy this album. Track 2, Decay, comes in very hard. Great way to start the whole album. Aside from the intro, you need a strong ass track to drag you in. Perfect there. Track 4, Hard Boiled, one of my fucking favorites. Definitely nodding your head to that shit. Shout out to, who did that beat? Was it Schematics? Yeah, Schematics. And shout out to Dirt the General for being on there. Injury Cold on Road Rage, a track that I heard early on. This was one of his leaked tracks that Genghis leaked. Fucking insane verse from Injury Cold. I'm waiting for an album from you, my brother. I'm waiting for you to drop some shit. Okay? But yeah, you could tell just from the titles alone, you know, shit like Lucifer, Impurity, Human Nature, what type of shit that Genghis Khan is on, okay? So do me a favor, get on his Bandcamp. The album is $10.99. It's a digital release, so you get it right then and there. Download the MP3s, put it on your iPod, burn it to a CD, whatever the fuck you want to do. Hopefully, Genghis, you put this out in physical form in the future. I will be the first one in line to cop one from you. My rating of this album, I would most likely give it an 8.5 to a 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed this shit, and like I said, it's not fair to y'all that I got the drop on y'all, because I had this for a while, and yeah, I just had to do the review because it's technically released for 2016. So shout out to Genghis Khan, shout out to Gemini Lounge, everybody else that was on this shit. Go fucking buy this shit, all right? Everybody else, y'all know the deal. Leave your love, leave your hate, most of all subscribe, and that's it. Peace, bitches.